Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. How's everyone doing tonight? Okay, tonight I'm going to talk about what happened the other night. What happened the other night was that Astral and I went on a date. We went on a date to the movies, right? Well, as you guys know, I had a car and I gave it up a long time ago. And Astral and I decided that we did not want to have a car. And we wanted to just, hire drivers whenever we wanted to go somewhere, or just take public transportation, or just do that. So what we did was we hired a car. We went on and went to the movies. And then we hired a car and went to dinner. And then we hired a car and went home. Okay, so everything was great. We went to the movie and it was amazing. We might do a movie review on that later. So the movie was great. It was Clerks. Alright, so I love the Clerks series. And the movie was great and everything like that. So we might do a review on that. And we went to dinner. We went to Denny's. I love going to Denny's. So that was great and everything like that. And, all the drivers were wonderful and everything until we hired the car to go home. It was a Lyft ride I will never forget. So we hired the car to go home. It took a while for them to get there. So we're standing in the parking lot and everything. We're just kind of, it's cold and everything like that, but we don't mind. We'd rather that than the 115-degree heat. So we're standing there and the car pulls up and we keep, looking at his device. We keep looking and we look at the car and it's two women, right, in the front seat, and we're looking, and they pull up, and they're like, and we look, and it's, why are there two people in the front seat? And there was this older woman in the driver's seat, like, older woman, not older woman like me, but like, older woman, like, super gray hair, older woman, and then a woman that's younger, like me, but even younger, okay. And they're both in the front seat, and we're both looking at them like, what do you guys want? And we look at the car, and we look at that car, and we look back and forth, and he's like, that's the car. I'm like, why are there two people in the car? And the lady in the passenger seat goes, no, and says Astral's name, and goes, no, we're your car. We're here to pick you up. And I go, why are there two people in the car? Because it just seems like there's never two people in the car. That's just a strange thing. I go, Are you carpooling and picking a bunch of people up, or are we going to get some kind of discount or something? Like, what is this, right? And they're like, no, we're your Lyft ride. And I'm like, oh, okay, because I didn't want to just jump in the car with anybody. Like, who are you people, and are you picking us up? And he goes, no, that's the car. It's and he's saying, yeah, that's the car we're supposed to get in, but this feels awfully weird. And the driver, she just looks very, very too old to be doing this. And I don't mean to be ageist, okay, because I'm an older person who does YouTube, okay, so like I sound very ageist, but this lady was she looked like she was in her 70s. Okay, how many of you have parents who drive at night? No. My parents don't like driving at night. They don't. So, I don't know how old your parents are, but they probably don't like to drive at night, right? No. Like, I have super good night vision. Like, I'm farsighted. Like, I can see for miles at night. Like, I can see in the dark. I can see really good. The only time I need to wear glasses is, like, when I'm reading. And only when I'm reading. But, like, I see very well otherwise. See? These are just my glasses, and I just need them for reading, and most of the time, I'm not wearing them, right? So, my eyes are really, really good. Okay? So, and I'm not wearing my glasses most of the time. This lady was like this, going like this, looking out the window, and she looked like she needed the drugs that I used to be hooked on. Yeah. And I wished I had them to give to her. Yeah, I know that statement was horrible, but I wish that's what went through my mind. And I'm just like, here on the house. You know what I'm saying? And so Astral opens the door, lets me in, walks around, gets in, we put our seatbelts on, we kind of look at each other like, should we be doing this? And, like, okay, let's just get on. Like, it's really late, we really shouldn't be waiting for another car. We just, like, and the lady in the passenger seat, the younger one's like, it's okay, this is your first night, and this is a student driver situation, and we're just like, this is really scary. And I'm thinking, I'm wondering if this woman should even be doing this job during the day, because I get Lyft drivers all the time, and they're people of all ages, people of all nationalities, and all kinds of different kinds of people, and most of them are just extremely cool, and I chat with them all the time, and like, I chat with all of them, like, and they're all real nice. And some of them wear masks, some of them don't. I don't care. They're just all really nice. This lady was like, she acted like she was on the verge of having a panic attack, and she was angry. So she was panicking and she was angry. And she kept asking the same questions over and over and over and over. And it was like, I'm not joking, she was like in her mid to late 70s. And I was just sitting there going, just looking at her like, so I said, oh, is it your first night? And I was trying to be really nice about it, like, what am I getting myself into here? And I'm going to tell you something. Astral, Zensational, he was not happy about the situation. He was just like, we are in this car with this lady who's really not comfortable with what she's doing. And why are we being picked up? Like, why, I think the other lady should probably be driving us. But the other lady was just like being really nice and really cool. And so we get in and I go, we're going to Midtown, right? And she goes, I thought you were going downtown. And I go, Midtown's a slang for the area of downtown that we live in. So I gave her the address, right? And our address is the district of downtown, which is referred to as Midtown. So I kind of explained that to her. And so she goes, that's where you're going, right? Yes. So we go and we're on the freeway, and she misses the turnoff and starts leaving Sacramento and going towards Reno. And so then she comes back, she apologizes to us. I'm just sitting there like, bro, what are we gonna do? Like, I'm kind of freaked out. So then she comes back on over, and I mean, it just took a few minutes for her to come back to Sacramento from Reno, but that's kind of the direction she was going. She started heading east, okay? So she comes back to Sacramento. She apologizes for doing that. She comes back, and I mean, the whole time, and then it starts raining, and then she says, I can't see. We're on the freeway. And I'm sitting back there, and I'm just like saying my prayers, and I'm just like, I kind of look over, it's Sensational, and he's just like sitting there going, he's not saying anything, and I'm just kind of like, I just kind of put my hand on his, like, nice knowing you. I'm just like, wow, is this, are my twin flame and I going to disappear together? Is this the last time anyone's ever going to see us? Like, seriously, is this it for us? Like, wow, this woman, really? So all night she's getting really mad, right? And it seems like she's driving really fast, or is it just that I'm scared? So we're getting closer and closer and closer to home, right? And I'm just like, please don't miss the turnoff. Please don't miss the turnoff. Please don't miss the turnoff. And I'm just like, really just, she takes the right turn off, and I'm like, and this whole time she takes the right turn, and I look at him like, oh, thank God. And he just has this look on his face like, and so she, she she gets to the bottom. I mean, she's just like, she's several blocks away now, and we're on the street that's just like, adjacent to the street that I live on, right? And she goes, okay, I go, well, you almost have us home, I'm just kind of like, thanks for not killing us yet. And I'm just kind of like, and I said, so I go, this is, we're almost in Midtown right now. And she goes, I know, I used to know someone who lived here. I'm thinking, then why did you make me explain that to you? So she's driving around and she's asking all these questions after telling us she knows. So she drives up my street and like, oh yeah, so-and-so used to live here. And she tells, I guess the other lady was her daughter. And the daughter had to be around my age or something like that. So this lady is, not young. So we get dropped off and everything like that. And just, thank you God for getting us here in one piece. So I just looked at it, it says 11:11. And Astro's my twin flame. So she lets us off and everything like that. We're like, okay, well, good luck and everything like that. And we get into the house and I go, we made it. We're alive. Oh my God, we're alive and we made it. And he goes, I'm going to give her a good review. He goes, because I'm a nice person. And I said, you really don't have to, because what she put us through was not nice. But I mean, if you want to be a nice person, I mean, that's good of you and everything like that. I go, was that her first driving job ever? And he goes, I go, she really shouldn't be driving at night. And he goes, she really shouldn't be doing that job. And I had to wonder, did somebody force her at her age to get a job? Why is she at her age having to work, having to moonlight or whatever, and it was late at night, okay? It was, I don't know, it was around 11 o'clock, I'm going to say. Yes, it was around 11 o'clock about, and she's in her 70s and she's driving around at night. And it's raining and she's on the freeway. Driving. And she's on the freeway going, I can't see. And asking the same questions over and over and over and over. So she's having some kind of memory lapse. And she's angry. And there's these two people in the back seat going, me wishing I had benzodiazepines to give her. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, why is somebody that age taking a job like that? I mean, is there not something else she can be doing? Is society so ageist they can't find something else for her to do? She should not be doing that. So that was just like one of the most scary things that's happened in a while. And I'm letting you know that my life has been full of extremely scary things. That was very scary. Yeah. I really hope that she finds another thing that she can do that's not that. And say a little prayer for this woman, please. Why was she doing something like that? Of all things. She really seemed angry. Like she was being made to do that. I mean, was it either that or babysit her grandkids? And she didn't want to do that? I mean, I don't know. Was there not something else she could have been doing? She was really scared and happy, disgruntled, and really not able to do that. She really just seemed like she couldn't see where she was going, remember what she was doing, and she had zero confidence in her ability to do that job. And I don't know, I really just felt like she was endangering us. So I hope whatever's going on, she found something else to do and that everything's okay. But that was scary. And I just wanted to talk about it. So this is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva, Otherworldlies. Please say a prayer for that lady, if you would. And if your parents are driving at night, can you maybe get them a Lyft account or something, and hope it's a young person, or maybe you can drive your parents around. I know mine don't like to drive at night, and they would never take a job driving other people at night, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, Otherworldlies, well, good night, and I love you all, and have a very safe evening. Okay, and if you call a Lyft driver, I hope it's not her. Okay? Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.